The mayor of Colorado Springs says he believes local law enforcement should be able to communicate more with federal immigration officials about any undocumented people who commit crimes. Thanks so much for joining us for News 5 at 6. I'm Diane Derby. Right now, Colorado law limits the interactions local police can have with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. News 5's Maggie Bryan spoke with the mayor and law enforcement today about how state law affects how President Donald Trump's deportation plans may take shape in our communities.
There are still a lot of unknowns when it comes to how President Trump's plans for mass deportations will play out in southern Colorado. One of our main questions is how many undocumented individuals live in places like Colorado Springs.
We have had migrants sprinkle into our community with and we know that primarily because of our nonprofit providers who work in the space of homelessness. We haven't seen any increase since February.
At his monthly news conference on Thursday, Mayor Mobolade says it's hard to say how many undocumented migrants live in the city because it's not up to local authorities to track citizenship status.
We have no way of tracking it, and partly because immigration laws and activities are a federal responsibility.
We also wanted to know what the role of local law enforcement is in carrying out these mass deportation efforts. In a news conference on Wednesday, Colorado Springs Police Chief Adrian Vasquez says his department will not change its operations. He says any deportation plans are for ICE to handle, not local law enforcement.
Our requirements are that we will investigate criminal activity. If the person happens to be an illegal alien here in the country, it's about the criminal activity, not about their status. And we will stay away from that status.
Current CSPD policy says department members will, quote, make no attempt to enforce civil immigration laws and will refer all such matters to ICE. The policy also says officers will not check the immigration status of people they routinely come in contact with. When asked if his department has any plans for immigration raids within Colorado Springs, the chief's response was,
absolutely not.
El Paso County Sheriff Joe Roybal declined our request for an interview about the topic, but in an email, the sheriff's office told us it does not notify ICE when an undocumented immigrant is being held at the El Paso County Jail and does not notify them of their expected release dates. The sheriff's office also says it does not hold undocumented people in jail longer at the request of ICE. Given those answers, Sheriff Joe Roybal said in a press release this week that he wants to be able to collaborate more with ICE to hold criminals accountable. He has previously challenged Colorado laws that limit his agency and others from communicating with federal agents about undocumented individuals. That's something Mayor Mobolade would like to see change too.
I want to be clear that I'm talking about people who commit crime. Again, whether you're U.S. born or U.S. citizen or foreign born, we must hold you accountable. And if that leads to further action by the federal government, I welcome that.
In Colorado Springs, I'm Maggie Bryan, News 5.